And I know this is like kind of like really late, but this theory actually makes more sense than some of the theories that are on YouTube about the Soul Stone. In the MCU, I mean, people will probably say, you take it way too seriously, and that's kind of the thing. When it comes to writing, when it comes to a writing standpoint, things have to be taken seriously. And with the bombshell of the Infinity War trailers, both the official one from last year in like November and the Super Bowl one, it actually tells me everything I need to know. And that I'm actually kind of right. I mean, I could be very well be like way the hell off on my theory. I might be right. But that's the thing. It's just a theory. And it might actually be proven in Infinity War. And here's my theory. The Soul Stone isn't in Wakanda. It never was. I mean, yes, Wakanda is basically a giant crater full of vibranium. And with the whole fact that the Wakandans are smart, resourceful, they more than likely figured out a way to not waste their vibranium and basically build small things and then start building their society up over the millennia that they were in existence. It's like either millennia or centuries. They have, because of Black Panther, we don't know how long they've been there. My theory about the Soul Stone, it is the hearth or the fire of the Dwarven Space Forge. I mean, people kind of have it right about thinking that it might be the Eternal Flame. The Eternal Flame is part of it. Not saying that it's all of it. The Eternal Flame is a piece of the flame from the forge. It is something built from the Soul Stone. Also, other 2 points that I need to... Well, 4 points I need to make. Heimdall and the hammer. And also the whole coronation scene in Thor 1 and the after-credit scene that technically already connected the Guardians with the Avengers without anyone second-guessing it. They're like, oh, this guy's in there. And here's the thing. I mean, honestly, people are going to probably piss on my well, no, not piss. What's the right word for that? Flame my video just because, oh my god, you're wrong, and here's why. It's like, honestly, I honestly don't care if you try and debunk my theory. It's my theory, and it kind of has really sound evidence. It's not that it's a bad thing or a good thing, it's just that I took it from an evidential standpoint. And the coronation scene is like, Thor's hammer was built in the heart of a dying star. And they technically didn't say anything about Heimdall because, well, Odin probably didn't want that revealed. And here's why. And it's also another key point. If the whole plot of Thor Dark World was a lie, but if the Asgardians knew about the Reality Stone, you gotta admit, they might actually... either Odin, or if that was actually Odin telling Thor the truth about their heritage and all that stuff, about the whole 9 realms and the Dark Elves, it actually makes more sense from the big picture. Like, the whole big picture of where they were going. And, personally, I just don't see it in Wakanda. It's the heart of the Dwarven Space Forge. And here's why. 1, yes, the coronation scene could have been a lie, and people were going, oh, it's automatically Heimdall or Hela or this and that. I mean, I could very well be wrong. It could be him. It could be Herc, if they even have him in there. If they even introduce that guy. And another reason I have reason why my theory might actually be right. Not saying it is or it isn't. Not saying it isn't. Is not saying for a fact it is. It's just personally. Ever since I watched the Thor trailers back when they started coming out, I actually thought that that the stone was in hell, the realm of the dead. And from an alchemical standpoint, the Soul Stone can be seen as the Philosopher's Stone, that which can bring things that are not alive to life. Like a piece of necromancy. A bit of necromancy mixed in. It's like, and seriously, if people just don't want to say my video's right, I actually have several I had several other theories before I came to this one. One of my theories was it was either actually hell itself, or it was buried in hell. And a key point is, also Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the fact that Ego knows what the Infinity Stone is. Yes, people say, oh, space will have informed him about it, and he was looking for his son. But underneath, maybe he knew what an Infinity Stone is the whole time. Seriously, why would he say, oh, my son held an Infinity Stone in his hand and not die? One reason only. Celestial blood. Also, the fact that that on Earth, the Tesseract was there. And I think according to the Marvel Wiki, it says that the Tesseract created both humanity and the Chitauri. Which kind of makes sense and doesn't make sense at the same time. I don't know if that information is correct or not. I need to double check. But that's kind of why I don't think it's in Wakanda. It's like the coronation scene. It's like the heart of a dying star. The intense gravity, the intense heat, that is the optimal place to forge a weapon. And people will say, yeah, you might be right, you might be wrong, you're totally wrong or something. But the thing is, I don't think Wakanda has the Soul Stone, and I have several other reasons why. The fact that, for one, it kind of breaks the whole rule of 2 Infinity Stones in the same place. And technically, Doctor Strange breaks that rule, but there's a reason behind it. There's actually a bigger theory behind it. Honestly, with the whole fact that they had the staffs of the Living Tribunal, which more than likely connects Doctor Strange to Adam Warlock down the line. Well, to the Warlock down the line, yeah. And the Magus and his church, and that whole church thing. And the Infinity Watch, which might actually be Avengers 4, me personally. That's what I'm thinking it is. Spoiler alert. That's what I think the Avengers 4 is going to be called, Infinity Watch. Because, I mean, honestly, why change the initials? Why change Avengers 4 into Avengers 4 and probably going to drop the bomb saying, oh yeah, it's Infinity Watch. It has the same initials as an Infinity War. And I think it involves time travel. I mean, people would probably say, no, it can't be, and the whole fact that Captain Marvel's gonna be, like, in between those 2 movies. Yeah, it's like, honestly. Oh, and I have a theory for another video that I want to say about the whole Phase 1. All of, like, this entire MCU. Not saying it's bad, not saying it's good, it's just something to think about. And trust me, I'm a fan of both DC and Marvel. I love both DC and Marvel comics. I mean, I haven't had the time to read them lately, because the last issue that I technically read was the New 52 Flash, once and future Flash, this whole story, because for one big reason. It showed that Barry did not learn his lesson. It's like, oh, go back in time. Oh, that happened, and do you know what happened? Flashpoint happened. Because of something Barry does. Yeah, that's just my rant for another video. Yeah, I know it's not professional, but hey, I'm doing what I can. I know it's not a professional video, but hey, I do what I can. And that's technically my theory. I take both of them seriously, and honestly, MCU wins right now. DCU needs to get their stuff together, get their brains together, get actual good writers, because I mean, honestly, David Goyer, he's okay with the Dark Knight, he just doesn't do so well, for me personally, for Superman. He didn't do Superman justice. Not saying that it's a bad movie or anything. Yeah, that's just a thing for another video. So, I'm just gonna say it. MCU is actually much more darker than people think. Because of the hidden clues to my theory. And also, another point, the Soul Stone. It's like, yeah, the Soul Stone's the last stone, and it's gonna be in the movie, but actually, the reason why the Soul Stone is last is more than likely because it's the hardest to get to. I mean, why would Thanos have the reality, want to get all these stones? Well, it's not just to control God, but not control God, but have the capabilities of God and basically control everything. It's basically Marvel's version, I think, of the anti-life equation. Not sure. I keep forgetting. Because they sometimes change it up a bit. And that's my whole thing. It's like, the order is gonna be the reveal order. It's like, crap. What was I thinking? My theory, I just don't see it as Wakanda at all. Not saying it might be. It's like, yeah, there is a might behind that. But it's, like, maybe, like, 25% for me. It's, like, less than enough. So, yeah. I don't think it's in Wakanda at all. Because, honestly, Vision gets attacked. In the trailer. It's like either they could very well either prevent it, or they're misleading. But honestly, I kind of feel like that. It's like, as soon as he showed up with the Mind Stone in his head in Age of Ultron, we all knew he was gonna get attacked. Personally, that's just my thoughts. Anyway, I'm just gonna end this video here. I might do something later tomorrow. Either later today or tomorrow, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. That's my theory. Put your comments down below. Leave a like on this video. And possibly subscribe. I was like, I'm not going to do this for money. I don't have that kind of thing. But it's like, once I get enough... Once I meet YouTube's guidelines, I might actually decide to actually apply for the whole monetization of things. I'm not doing that kind of thing right now. I'm not worried, because, I mean, I just started a couple months ago. They might push me off, delete my account, I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna I don't expect myself to get that far up the list as abnormally fast. But hey, I do what I can. Peace.